Okay, I'm gonna try and remove my carb here off my 250XCW. I did a really stupid mistake and I left the fuel petcock on, so there's been fuel sitting in this carb for a while now, and it has to be the pilot jet. It's clogged up because full throttle, you know, everything in there is fine, but down low it's just really bad, and so I probably need to clean it out. Might as well check the float level while I'm in there too. So I'm gonna try and cheat without taking a bunch of all this off. It's like a center pivot, like right up in here, this area where this all comes up. So I'm gonna try and kind of cheat and just pull this out if I can. So just got it done. Actually see. I think there's like three. I think there's 3 on this side and like 4 or 5 on the other side. Take off these plastics. Mainly you have to take out this one here. It holds this pivot. So unscrew this. Already got that done. Unscrew this one. Take off our fuel line. Make sure it is drained and off, so you don't. I think I drained it. Yeah, I think I drained it. Find out. Okay, I drained it. There's still a little in there. Shit. Whatever. So, if you did want to drain it, there's like a bolt right down here. I think it's a 17mm. Can't remember. Positive it's that, but whatever. Don't hold me to it. Just undo that, and the fuel drains out of the carb and from the petcock line and everything. So, let's try and pry this thing off. Kind of cheating. Say there are some plastics up there that you can kind of pull over if you're trying to cheat it like me. So I just pull over like this. Get these lines out of here first. Probably should have done that. Neighborhood dogs going crazy. What else is new? So this little stand, pretty nifty. I think it's like $100 and something bucks. Pretty cheap, you know, made of China metal, so don't expect too much out of it, but it does the job. Has like a little lock in here, so you can let off the hydraulics so you don't destroy the cheap Chinese hydraulics. So, I'll fish this out. I've never done this before, so I don't know exactly what you need to take off, but let's see if this helps any. There's like someone dancing over there.
You talking to me?
Yeah, fucking dogs, dude. Okay, a little bit of fumbling around. Finally got it out. See our slide in there. So let's go ahead and pull this out. A little bit easier to get in here. Is that an 8 mil? Don't look like 8. No. 7. 7. And my ratchet is over here somewhere. There you go. slide in our needle. Not too worried about that. So there it is. Okay. Take off some of this crap. Okay, that one came out easy. This one, you're freaking kidding me. Holy shit. So this screw right here is like just super in there. Like they torqued that thing down hard. I have to try and find another one of these screws somewhere, the right thread and whatnot, because that stuff is just freaking in there, man. I put some PB Blaster on there, trying to help let it set. So I'm resorting to desperation. I slipped once on it and it just destroyed the Phillips head. So I'm gonna try and get it with these. I don't know. So I got it out. Apparently they put it in there with just ridiculous force. It would not come out. So off to Lowe's to find the right thread for this. Get a new one. Maybe not Phillips head. Maybe like Allen key or something. I don't know. Okay, got back from Lowe's. Picked up some better tools. And got some stainless hardware. So if you want to know what those are, M5 by .80, 16 millimeter. They're probably about like 15 millimeter when I measured them, but I just picked up just some like lock washers to make up a difference of that much. I know it probably doesn't really matter because they screw through. It's just, I don't know, something I wanted to do. So that's what they are. Okay, let's go ahead and get the rest of these out. Bought a new screwdriver. Yeah, I don't know why that one was so hard to get out. It was terrible. It's like they just bolted that thing on with the power of God or something. So, I mean, sure having that Craftsman screwdriver didn't help, but I had to use what I had. A little loop there. So yeah, it's a little dirty in there. Yeah. There we go. So that's a little dirty in there. Just gonna get carb cleaner. Try and get any PB Blaster I had on here off. So I grabbed some brushes out of my gun cleaning kit. So let me try and reposition this light. It really sucks for this. Maybe that's better. So brushes. Pull these jets out. Oh yeah, a little crusty. So clean this bowl out. This is why you make sure you drain all your fuel out. Takes 3 minutes. No. Definitely not. Pull out the main jet. Here. Almost picked up the PB Blaster. That would have been bad. the main suspect here. Yeah. Gonna unscrew our air-filled mixture screw all the way. Get a little squirt down in there. Screw that back in. Flush. See, I'm just doing, make sure that's clean. Okay. Let's say, from factory, this wasn't actually set up too bad. Air fuel mixture was actually messed up. It was way too many screws out, but wasn't too bad. So I'm gonna put this back together and put it back on the bike. So I'm going to try and explain this as best as I can. So there's a little plunger down in there, you see it? And what you want is that little plunger right there. Come on. There's a plunger and there's like a little what do you call it, like a little piston or something on top of that. So what you want to do is you want to have these floats. What you usually do is these little lines on here, line that up with the side of the casing. And this is all what I've learned. So I'm an expert on this. I've learned this just over reading. And when those are lined up, you want this metal tab right here. See that little metal tab right here in the middle? You want that barely touching that little plunger on the top. So there's a main valve and there's like a little plunger on top of it. You want that barely resting on it when you have it at this level right here. So it's a little hard to catch on camera here. But see if I can lift this up. So that little plunger in there, that tab needs to be barely touching it, just resting on it. And that's, from what I've learned, is how you get the correct float level. Can be wrong, I don't know. It's just what I've read and what I've researched, and you know, like I said, I'm not no expert on this. So, okay, all sealed up. Grab our new hardware. Get our 4mm T-handle. That's way better than freaking Phillips head. All stainless too, so that's good. I think it was tested, not test. Lock washers don't really do really much of anything. I think it was like a Nordlock that tested that. They make a very anti-vibration, whatever type of lock that digs into the metal. So lock washers really don't do anything. significant, I guess you could say. I'm sure they help a little bit, but you know, I wouldn't rely on them. I just bought them to take up the difference. Like that. Remember which screws? There they are. Or are they bolts, I guess? I don't know that debate. Screw versus bolt, what do you think? People say screw goes into something that doesn't have a bolt, nut on the end of it, and a bolt has a nut on the end of it. I'm trying to remember. Something like that. What do you guys think? I can't remember how it goes. It might be the other way around. Also, what do you guys think about the looping thing? The whole looping the fuel drain overflow. I think I'm not going to do that. I think I'm just going to leave it like this. Float's set fine from what I've seen, so whatever. Okay. Push that down. Okay. Okay, it's all tight. Get these ran. 2 turns out. Okay. Seems to work better. I'll have to kind of fine tune it just a little bit to make sure. But, no, you really shouldn't warm it up like, well, everyone says don't warm up 2-stroke just by sitting there. Ride it, so I don't want to run it too long, but turn that off. I'll probably run it around tonight just real quick just to make sure. So I'm gonna go around and show you the screws, bolts, whatever I took out. So this is the main one that holds the subframe in place, allows it to hinge up and down. You know, the two exhaust bolts. This one here, the seat ones. On the other side, underneath this right here, this bracket, there's one here with like a little washer. This bolt here, and this bolt here. And then I'm sure you could have just taken off this one and that one and the exhaust, and these kind of just pop over like this and kind of hinge it like that. But you know, I never taken this one apart, so I didn't know exactly what needed to be taken apart. So that's what I did for taking apart and getting to the carb. Okay, just took like a quick 5-minute ride around, went through the woods and whatnot over here by me, and seems to be working fine. Once it warmed up, you know, it was cold, you know, it was a little sputtery. Once it warmed up, you know, I went through first, second, third, pulled really strong, you know. I was just idling along in first, you know, gave the throttle a good twist and, you know, pulled up the front wheel. So, seemed to work pretty well. So, if anyone was wondering what setting I was running, I live in Florida, so I'm pretty much as close to 0 as you can get. So, it's almost summer, it's like springtime here. So this is what I'm running right here. So, let's see, where was it? The ASO, which is the idle air screw adjustment. That's what I turned out twice. And then, let's see, our idle jet, our pilot jet, is a 25. This is our needle. That's your clip position. And then this is our main jet, 450. And then S4, what was that? S4 needle jet. So, yep. So this is the book you get with your XCWs for the TMX 35. So that gives you a pretty good idea of what you need